For a long time, I had absolutely no clue where to start this story. It's not a complicated story. It's a story about a boy and a girl that went on a journey. A journey that lasted 2 years. They first cycled from the Netherlands to Norway. They were new to bike traveling, and they carried too much stuff they didn't need. The wet and cold summer really tested their limits. But they loved it. They started wondering about taking things a step further. And so they decided to ride their bikes from Colombia to Argentina. This story is about our bike journey from Colombia to Argentina. But maybe it's even more about the process of letting go. About learning, adapting, and growing. About being patient and having trust. Maybe this story is about how something that scares you can become the best thing you've ever done.
I haven't even considered my life after this. I just can't imagine myself not riding a bike every day.
No, it became so normal. The other moment I'm like, I don't want this to finish.
Yeah.
I will keep on cycling the rest of my life. I don't care. I just don't want this to end. So ever since Matthijs and I met, we always knew we wanted to go on a big adventure together. We just didn't know when, where or how, but all we knew was that it was going to be a long and a challenging journey. It's not that we did not like the way it was just that we often felt the need to do something out of our comfort zone. It's like our life became a bit too comfortable. And we just wanted to do something that scared us, you know? So I don't really know when the idea of cycling came up. Before this journey I didn't even know that traveling by bike existed. We love hiking, but it seemed a bit too slow for us. And a van would be nice too, but then I think you're quite dependent on gasoline and the road. So and it also went a bit too fast for us. When cycling, you experience small changes in the landscape with all your senses. You can feel the wind, the sun, the rain on your face. Wow! Crazy tailwind. I don't have to do anything. Woohoo! You smell the flowers, you smell animals, you make eye contact with a passing stranger. Traveling by bike sounded like a slightly too big project for us, but not impossible. So you start thinking, what if we can do it? And I think that's when the idea of traveling by bike slowly started to grow on us. So we then bought second-hand bikes just to see how far they would take us, and we added the classic 5 bags as a starting point, and yeah, just decided to give it a try.
I feel like the journey really began when we flew to Colombia. Our plan was to start in Cartagena. We didn't have an exact route. All we knew was that we wanted to cycle south, over the Andes Mountains. Colombia challenged us from the moment we arrived. Although we tried to form our own opinion, we couldn't help but be scared in the beginning. We didn't speak the language yet, we were afraid of being robbed, and we believed that every meal would poison us. Simply because that's what a lot of people told us. It was hot, way too hot to ride a heavy loaded bike. Streets were busy, cars and motorbikes honking, loud music everywhere and dogs barking. I just couldn't imagine us cycling here. There was just no way. But things were just different, not impossible. We had to learn how to be careful, to let go of control from day one, and to adjust our behavior because we weren't used to this. That's why we decided to take a bus to Medellin. We took some language classes first, explored the city, talked to people, and we slowly gained confidence. We celebrated New Year's Eve in Medellin, and then at some point we felt ready to go. The first day of many, the first day of our journey south. After leaving Medellin, we climbed directly into the lush green mountains of Colombia. This area is known for its coffee plantations. I remember it felt so unreal to be there and to have actually started the journey. But it was tough. It was hot. We were still scared and insecure. The roads were often in a bad condition, our bodies weren't ready, and we barely spoke Spanish. We started wondering whether cycling through South America was really a good idea. And we wondered whether we could actually do this. To be honest, I really started questioning the entire journey. Maybe we should just get the idea of cycling out of our heads, travel with our backpacks, and then we would have an amazing journey too. Why do we need to push ourselves so hard? What are we pursuing? Who am I doing this for? Why are we doing this? I now realize that we were doing so great by just trying, that this rough start was only the beginning, and that in these insecurities and difficulties we would find growth, fulfillment, and pride. Everywhere we go, the colors are so vibrant. Tropical flowers, the birds, the villages, the people. Everything in Colombia is colorful. We've cycled among thousands of wax palms with just the two of us, along waterfalls and natural thermal pools. The people in Colombia appear to be big fans of cycling. They are happy to see us and to show us their country. Pedro is one of those people. We met him after a tough climb. He cheered us up, gave us some bananas, and we decided to stay in touch. A few days later, we were about to cross the Andes via the Ruta de la Muerta. A busy, slightly dangerous, but beautiful road through cloud forest. Due to circumstances, the road only opened 2 times a week, which meant we would climb this chaotic road among hundreds of trucks and cars. Luckily, Pedro always wanted to see this area himself, and we ended up going on a road trip with Pedro and his mother in the south of Colombia.
¿Cómo se llama el amigo? ¿Cuál es su nombre? Jesús, Pedro, Matías, Ibel, Amparo. Mucho gusto. Y aquí navegando en la laguna de la Cocha, al lado de mi mamá y 2 grandes amigos de Europa, Matías y Pedro. Aquí estamos navegando, viendo los patos zambullidores. Qué bonitos.
But Pedro is not going to take us to Ushuaia.
It is the 19th of February now. We are 2 months in Colombia. Time flies by really fast because we're having fun. And there are a lot of friends along the way, like this little buddy. Today we're going to cross the border to Ecuador already, which is really exciting because it's the 7th country on our trip, if you include Norway and Sweden and Denmark and the rest. A new country. Leaving Colombia behind is a bit sad because the people has been super nice, and yeah, it's just an amazing country. I think the landscapes are really diverse. There's a lot to see, and I think 2 months might not be enough to see it all. But today we're going to cross the border to Ecuador, and I'm sure Ecuador has a lot of cool things to see as well. We're going to the Galapagos, for example. So there are so many things to look forward to. But yeah, we have to leave Colombia behind today. And also this cute little friend we made.
I slowly started feeling that traveling by bike is worth it. That we have to trust ourselves and other people. To not be scared, but stay curious and see for yourself. There is still such an incredible journey ahead of us. And that maybe, just maybe, we could reach the end of this continent.